This AI hack just saved me 40 hours this week, and here's how it can do the same for you. Now, most people think AI is just for writing emails, essays, or answering questions, but what if I told you that ChatGPT is only a fraction of what AI can do? The real magic of AI lies in automation, and here's the best part. I'm not a coder. I built everything that I'm about to show you with zero coding knowledge using a tool called Make. Now, if I can do this, then so can you. From creating podcasts to automating email outreach and even building a LinkedIn private investigator, possibilities are endless. First up is my favorite, Flight News. All right, so Flight News is actually one of my favorite automations. This automation in particular, what it does is every morning it scours the web. It finds the top news topics that are going to be discussed for this day or that, honestly, that I care about. You can set the settings to be whatever you want it to be for. And then not only does it create this title, which gives me a quick synopsis of what this is going to be about, it gives me a quick description as well, but then it also uses my voice.
Good morning. Today we're diving into Hollywood's big hopes for the box office, political shakeups on both sides of the Atlantic, the unstoppable rise of Bitcoin.
And it's crazy because I didn't record that. This does it automatically every single morning at 8 a.m. And like if you go back, you can actually see 11/21, which was yesterday. Today's November 22nd. And I have a quick rundown on what happened that day, a quick rundown on what happened on the 20th, and it just continues to do this. So if you think about the possibilities of what you can set this up for in your life, maybe there are some news things that you want to research or that you just look forward to hearing about each morning, you can set it up to where it gives you this quick rundown. It's on your website. Oh, and by the way, I didn't code this website. This website was also created by AI as well. So I didn't touch a single line of code. I didn't have to build anything. This happens automatically. And as you can see, I just come to the website each morning and listen to what the news is for the day. And guess what? I didn't write a single line of code to make this happen. Everything was done with simple drag and drop tools in Make. It's like having a personal newsroom that never sleeps, all powered by no-code automation. Next is an automation that's a lifesaver for entrepreneurs, my auto lead generator and emailer. If you ever spend hours researching leads or writing emails, you're going to love this one. It's honestly one of the biggest time savers. It's so helpful if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in sales, if you're anyone that needs to get lead generation, this is for you. Now, let me tell you, what I first did, I built this, essentially it's a scraper that you put in a search result. So for example, this is for a nonprofit that I'm a part of. It's called Charlotte Angels. We help kids in the foster care system. We're throwing a mom prom event. And for this event, I was like, okay, let's find some floralists that are in Charlotte. Let's find some luxury boutiques, etc. And essentially, this is the results that got pulled back from that. You can see it's about almost 400 results. This happened in the span of maybe 40 minutes. I didn't really do much. Now, the beauty of it is it gave me the company website, the website URL, their email, and I added in the status column. Now, this is where it gets crazy. So I built this automation that essentially says, okay, take the email. You're going to not only make a custom email. So you see this format here, it builds this custom HTML format, and then it specializes the subject. So it's like Elevate Lisa Von Weiss. So that's the name of the company. And then it adds in a custom thing. So this, I'm guessing Lisa Von Weiss is a styling company. So it says, as a leader in holistic personal styling with a focus on confidence and authenticity, your mission aligns beautifully with the spirit of Mom Prom. And it creates these custom sections just for each company. I don't have to touch any of it. It automatically creates this format. It adds in this attachment, and all I do, I come in, I make sure everything looks right, and then I click send. That is all. So if you are in lead generation, if you're in sales, if you're an account executive, oh my, I can't tell you the use of it. There's so many uses. This is just a game changer. This complex sounding process didn't require a single line of code at all. It's all done through no-code tools that make automations accessible to anyone. But if you've ever spent time programming, this is where it's going to get good because you don't have to program a single thing. But wait, it gets even better. Let me introduce you to Inspector Gadget, my AI-powered private investigator. And the reason why I call it Inspector Gadget is because let's say you have a meeting with someone, you're trying to sell them on a product, maybe you're just trying to catch up with a friend, you don't know what they've been up to for the last couple of years. So you put in that person's name. If they have a LinkedIn, you throw in that LinkedIn and you just say what the objective is. Like, hey, I'm trying to catch up with Fitzgerald. It's been a while since we met. I just want to know what he's up to. And then you type in your email for this report delivery. And then what it's going to do is essentially create this brief where it's going to imagine like you're the president of the United States and you're meeting a person that's very significant in another country. You get these write-ups that say, oh, this is what you need to know about the person. This is what the person did in the past. And it's just quick, there for you on the spot. And just think about the applications. If you're out, you met someone at a networking event, you just want to get some more details on them so you can go and have a more fruitful conversation with them. You can just put in this information on the spot, put your phone down for a little bit, check your email, and then you have this full dossier that was completed. So this is for myself. You see my role. You see what the objective was. We want to just engage in topics around finance, venture capital, strategic management. That's what my background is. I'm currently based in Charlotte. You see just like more information on just my experiences, what I've done, my public speaking. That's what I'm really big for, or I love public speaking. I'm very much involved in Toastmasters. You see my network. You see my past things that I've done in my career, what highlights. You see public contributions that I've done, and then you also see some strategic talking points where if you wanted to engage in a conversation with me, maybe talk about this. Like it even pointed out that I did a tech startup while I was in college and that I participated in the Tech Emerging Americas conference. So this is, once again, just crazy on what you can do with AI. So whether it's prepping for a meeting, impressing a client, or just being a little nosy, this automation delivers the results without needing to code a single line. Here's the thing. AI's power is only limited by your imagination. These 3 automations are just scratching the surface. And the best part, you don't need to be a programmer or a tech wizard to make this happen. Tools like Make are designed for everyone, no matter your skill level. And just to show you quickly what's happening in the background in Make. So this is a news podcast. I call it V2 because I had a version 1 that I improved on and iterated on, as you do with anything that you develop. You start out with this, let me zoom in for you guys. So right now it pulls the information from a Google Sheet, which I have a script running that essentially takes all emails with a certain name, puts it on a Google Sheet, which is the data source or the newsletters that are coming in. It's concatenated together, and then you have it going to get a file from a certain website. It's pulling it into an Airtable where I keep everything organized, and this is where the magic happens. ChatGPT is essentially my brain behind this entire operation. It's taken all of the data that I basically got from the scraper, put it into here, and it's saying, all right, here are the the news topics. Can you break them out and basically categorize what's important or not? And then based on what's important or not, it's saying, okay, now prioritizing news topics and create a transcript on that. Then after you create a transcript, create a title that actually matches what we just talked about in the podcast. And then lastly is, what is the description? Can you give me a quick synopsis on what was discussed so that way I can know before I even listen to the podcast? And 11 Labs is what I'm using to essentially clone my voice and basically get it to sound just like me. You put that into Google Drive, have Perplexity essentially find sources that matches what the transcript came up to. And then lastly, I upload it to that Airtable. And that is what you're seeing on the site when you look at fitslight.com. So once again, I did all that with no code. It's actually phenomenal of what you can do using Make and using just different AI tools, stringing them together to build awesome products like this. So here's my challenge to you. What could you automate? Your daily tasks, your creative projects, or maybe something completely unexpected. AI isn't just the future, it's the present, and it's here to save you time, money, and stress. If you found this helpful, just wait to see what else is possible. Follow for more tips on AI automations that could save you hours. And who knows, maybe even change the way you work forever. And one more thing. If you want to learn how to build these automations for yourself without writing any code, I'll be posting free detailed tutorials every week on my YouTube channel, Catching Flight TV. From setting up the podcast to building your own private investigator, I'll show you everything step by step. Subscribe, and let's make your AI ideas a reality.